Denny J Show.
Zvanga zviri downtown uptown raitidzwe nyaya dzacho dzese narrative ndaichidwe kana mchida kutipisa deep ndaipidwe make you spill a bean if you know what I mean hande
It's time!
Alright, cool. Hey everybody, welcome to the Denny J Show, the baddest podcast in the land. No, you can go on. You know, it's nice when you got like the clapping in the background. Yes. The baddest podcast in the land. Award winning. But we are award
Award winning.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Although sometimes, you know, we just don't get called the
How many awards have you won?
Zozo 3. From one, like...
Okay. All right. Okay.
Don't. They will call you petty.
No,
Okay.
but you know what? Fuck it. Go ahead.
No, but I'm not being petty or anything. I'm just saying,
right.
like, Becky, like when people nominate us for something, right?
Okay, Denny.
I think it's only decent that they get a hold of us. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not for us to just hear on the news that we lost, but we didn't even know we were running.
So
where
where did you see the name of the show that we were nominated? Where did you see it?
That we were nominated?
Yes.
I didn't. I saw that we lost.
Oh,
I don't know that we were running. You know?
you didn't see the nomination?
Yeah.
They didn't send you anything like, yo, Denny.
No, nothing.
We recognize the
Even an
way-
invite, right? Like usually
Okay.
when you're nominated, you come and they give you an invite and then they tell you on the ceremony.
And
you
then
know?
you just saw that we lost. And you
Yeah.
went, "Aikak."
Yeah. So yeah, I want to congratulate my brother who won, but we didn't know we were running for that thing. But,
Okay.
But it's beautiful. It's
All
beautiful when our people are doing it.
Okay, but isn't it like a good thing that, okay, although we saw it after that we lost, but we were nominated, we didn't have to supply anything.
Yeah, I like that.
Or,
That's
you
the part that
know-
I like. I think like if you're really doing stuff, you must not hand in anything.
Like hand in your work
Yeah.
and stuff, like they recognized.
Yeah, we spoke about that.
Okay, so you are happy about that?
No, but we didn't win.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Me and Nash are winners.
Danny
you know.
J
Becky.
said.
Like if you knew where we came from and where we are now,
No, I know where you came
right? Mawan.
Started from the
from.
bottom. Now
Started
we're
from
here.
the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, but it's good. We're back
Yeah. No,
for another episode, and we've
Yes.
been on a run. Like every week, we're
true story.
trying to do the thing properly.
Speaking of another episode,
Yeah.
I just want to put it out there that I do not consume alcohol.
When on the show.
No, and at all. Not on Nash. Listen.
Oh, you saw that the comments on this, and oh, she's drunk.
Yes.
This had to do with the.
I looked down at the cup, right? Trying to avoid.
But it's very
you know,
familiar how
like
you.
a
It's very familiar how you
response.
did it. You know, like people who drink lagers, they'll take a sip of their castle, and then they'll be like, oh,
Oh, so I did
This
something
is
that was
awesome.
familiar
yeah.
to drunkards.
See, so
But did you drink before?
Yes, I did.
Oh, so why did you stop?
Hey, do you
before
want-
the show, you
No,
drank before.
I know before you guys knew me.
So this is back in the 80s.
I was born in the 80s. What are you talking about?
And we got the short end of the stick because now we have to hang out with the old Becky.
I'm not old.
Boring Becky.
The young Becky,
I boring?
the young Becky who drank was more fun Becky, I'm sure.
This Becky is.
Too many rules.
This Becky lies again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Young Becky would have been more fun.
We missed out.
Wow.
We missed out on the real Becky.
This Granny Becky is Granny Backs.
Oh, okay. Nash.
Granny B.
Are you ever going to behave? Like, just.
So Granny, what did they say?
Yeah, so that was that. I just had to put that out that I was not drunk. I will never be drunk on the show or after the show or any other place. You will not catch me drunk because I do not consume alcohol.
And you also lied about
About what?
Gucci.
I did not lie. Hey, listen,
The
if
people
people
in the comments said no. Kuru mazwavo.
but they didn't even have evidence. Vanga uchingotaura nyaya. Havana
Yeah.
vakangoti ningi na
This is
ningi.
in the comment section.
Yes, in the comment section. So it's their opinion. It's fine. They are entitled to their opinion. In the talk with Zayu to know that man was proper. Eh?
But
orderly, dignified.
Facebook said no. Number.
Okay, Facebook knows something, Becky also knows something. But I didn't lie. What if they're the ones who are lying?
Yeah.
Hey, what if they're the ones who are lying? So, Nash, are you on Facebook side?
No, I'm just saying. I read all the comments, and people will be, commenting.
Hey, bro, but they came for me, yo.
They
They were like, no, sit down. Let us tell you. But it's okay. It's all right. I stick to my story.
Yeah. So what do we have lined up today? What are we?
Oh, we got lots today. We're gonna talk about the stadium progress. There's Josh, that YouTuber you spoke about. There's the budget, 2025 budget. We're going to look into it. Some of the taxes that were introduced just to, sort out the government coffers there. We're going to talk about quite a bit.
So what were some of the most notable things that you found in the budget, in the 2025
The fast
budgets?
food.
Because that affects you directly.
Food.
Right? That affects you directly.
Oh, yeah. And my kids. Because, there are days when you don't want to cook and you just want to order a pizza.
What do you think of the reason why the tax was introduced? When these authorities bring up these taxes, they have to have an excuse for bringing up the tax. So
I think they were looking at a place where most money is spent and where they can gain.
No.
From it.
They are
That's not
saying
it.
they are saying obesity. They're trying to discourage you
In
from
Zimbabwe.
eating. So I don't know how 0.5% discourages you from buying your favorite two pizza or pizza.
My guy, my 0.5 oil every time that you buy.
Because 0.5% of $5 is what? 50 cents? Mathematics. How good is your mathematics?
It's gone.
No.
0.5%. What is it? What is 0.5% of $5?
But we can do.
Does that not give you?
We've got
Does that not
calculators.
get you to like $5.25? From $5 to $5.25 or something like that. Let's see if my mathematics is not bad.
So now I'm going to change food.
Yeah, it's like 25.
25 cents, right? So $5.25. So that favorite meal that was $5 in January, you'll be paying $5.25.
Yeah, and if you
But
add them up, it's quite a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. But I'm saying families depend on fast food quite a bit, especially on weekends when mommy doesn't want to cook or daddy's left at home with the kids.
But isn't the Minister of Finance, obesity is killing us. Let's cook. Let's eat at home. That fatty stuff is not good for the kids.
If we were in America, yes, it would make sense. I don't think Zimbabweans are obese at all.
That's it. I don't know how many fat people we have.
How do you measure obesity? Like at
is
what
it fat
point?
people or plus size people? How many plus size people do we have?
Plus size.
Plus size. I told you, a lot of my people watch the show now. I'm going to be politically correct. I don't want to start with people. Plus size.
So no fat
Plus
people.
size.
No, plus size.
What about obese?
That's okay. We could use that.
So is obese better than fat?
No, obese is bad.
Yeah, obese.
But then you will find some.
Okay,
people
it's like
who
saying
if somebody were to say,
Let me
"Oh,
check
you're obese,"
what's the-
because obese is like huge. It's like
what's the obesity
okay, but
rate?
it's better to say that's a prostitute than that's a hoe.
okay, huh? You think?
No, you can say in a proper setting there were a lot of prostitutes. That's good English.
Okay, so they say, Google says overweight and obesity are defined as abnormal, excessive fat accumulation that presents as a risk to health. So if it is a risk to your health, you're overweight or obese. So you could be big and still be fine.
But
and healthy.
our understanding of the word obese is like
No, it's just to be seen.
like huge. You
Like
know,
Yokozuna type.
yeah.
Double
You know?
chin. Do you have a double chin? Like this?
Becky,
I've got mine.
you have double, triple chin.
A double chin.
This is Becky.
Don't even press
No,
anything.
Granny
down.
Becky, of course.
So yeah, overweight, obesity.
Yeah.
If it's a risk to your health, then yeah.
Okay.
But have we had those records or those reports that
No, it's an excuse.
no?
When
That's
we
why
when
I'm
we increase
saying-
tax, we gotta say something in front after the increase.
Okay, so they tagged a health point to it.
It's a good selling point. We don't want you to be fat. We care about you, So we're putting 0.5% tax on your food.
I really just thought it was because a lot of people buy food, so you
Nope.
focus on the place where money is being spent.
Realistically,
and you
yes.
can,
That's
like,
it.
let's milk from
That
there
is the
because
real
everyone
reason.
is buying
No,
food.
that's the real reason.
Oh, okay.
Then there's the
And then we
reason.
just add
There's a reason,
health to it.
you know.
Oh, but guys, are we as Zimbabweans overtaxed or undertaxed?
Compared to,
Other countries?
or just in general?
No, compared to other
We
countries.
are way undertaxed compared to Americans, for example.
No, but you shouldn't go American,
No,
like in the region.
Africa, in the region.
I don't know. Look, if I were to look at the winnings tax, the 10% tax that the Minister of Finance is added on all your winnings, like you betting people
For the
back
sport.
home and
Thank
every
God I
people who
don't
bet a
bet,
lot,
like
10%. You know, in America and everywhere else, you're taxed on winnings, right?
Oh, okay.
You know, even Mike Tyson, when he did the bout to the guy, I think the bulk of that money is going to.
Yeah.
So that's winning in a sport, but this is winning in a betting house. But whenever you win, you find a government cut. So the 10% came as a surprise because people are not used to this, to being taxed on winnings.
Yeah.
But when you really look at it, it's actually quite normal in developed countries and even in the region. It's unfortunate I never got to like really look into
To
it.
look into it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I
have
think it's
you-
realistic.
Have you ever considered the tax? I know you are in business and everything.
Yeah.
So when you do your sales and like your budgets and everything,
Yeah.
do you ever consider how much you are actually being taxed in your business, or you just pay and let's
No,
go,
you
let's
have
move
to.
on?
I mean, it's like a headache for a lot of business people because tax is a big thing. You know, the taxman wants a cut of whatever
Yeah.
economic activity is taking
Right.
place.
And then you get those who are in the informal sector and registered businesses.
Yeah.
They
So those are the ones who are hit usually by taxes like the IMTT tax, the EcoCash. They tax you when you're moving your money. They
Okay,
tax you
right,
indirectly in a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
you know ways.
like every transaction.
Yeah, like when you bring in your stuff, there's a tax that what do they call that tax? I'm forgetting. When you clear your stuff, your tax, that tax, it's like a presumptive tax. It's like a, you know, because they know that a lot of the people who are bringing stuff, they might not necessarily be in the formal sector,
Right.
but they will tax you where they can. You know, and that's how they do it. And if the government could tax people in the informal sector, they'd have lots of shits because the bulk of the business is being done informally.
So
But I'm
that's
s- yeah.
but that's my question, right? That is the government collecting enough taxes? Because maybe
No, they're not. They're not. This is why they keep adding taxes to the
so
formal
those in
people.
the formal sector,
The
the
people
ones
in the
who
formal
keep-
sector are paying.
Yeah.
So, because don't you think at
For all
times that
that.
we complain about service delivery and yet we're not paying enough taxes?
I think people wouldn't have a problem with taxes if they could see the development. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So you're like Texas.
yeah, but,
It's okay, but
and then you can
service
see
delivery,
everything
let's
is
see what
working
you're doing.
nicely. There's no potholes. There's no nothing. Things are just smooth. You know? Then people are okay. They're saying like, okay, we can see where the tax is. The problem is when people get taxed crazy and then they don't see the service delivery, but they see the big guys rolling big cars.
Mm-hmm.
So then, people tend to then think, oh, we're being taxed so that they can live these lavish
Hold on.
lifestyles.
There's a sound. It's gone now. It's back.
There. I think it's Nash's mic. Man.
Yeah, it's your mic.
Do
No,
that
wait.
thing.
It's quiet now. So it depends on the angle.
Yeah. But comedy, how come we're having these feedback things? Huh? You know, one of the biggest podcasts in the country we can't be having these feedback things, little issues.
Breathe, Denny. It's just feedback.
But this is Bako Media. Bako Media is a big media house.
It's a big brand.
It's a big brand. I stand by it. I stand by it.
I think I
It's like blue magic. It's like blue magic.
Did you see the comment section?
No, but I think some of those comments. But I think some of these comments you are now sending people to send nice comments.
Picture quality
Because
sound.
some
Yeah,
big-
what?
Oh, your wife in his wife, his sister.
Bako, don't think we don't know what you're doing.
friends.
We're not stupid. Let me read one of the comments. Like, I was like, I mean, the picture is all right, but is it that all right? You know?
No, the picture's good.
I sent
Denny.
it
The
I sent
picture
it
is
in the group, right? And I was like, I see what you're doing. I see what you did
I
there.
wish Nash could be in the picture so you can just see how good you look on TV.
I was like, I see
Probably
what you
would
did there,
nail
man.
it.
No, Becky, no.
Where is it? Where's
No,
that
no,
comment?
no.
I sent that comment, right?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Let me see.
You know, like, yo, dude, I know what you're doing, man. You're not going to fool us. But yeah, you know, people think...
And so you think I didn't get to my one again?
Yeah, go tell them the picture
Yeah, I
quality.
almost read the wrong
Picture
one.
quality is on fire. I can't even find it. I don't know. I know what happened to it, but yeah.
Okay, it's there.
It's
somewhere.
gone.
It's gone. How did it disappear?
Yeah, because it's a lie.
Did
Lies
you
go.
remove it?
Something I'm into
lies-
cinematography. Wow, but I must say this picture quality and sound is, you know. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Anyway, we were on the informal sector being taxed and the formal sector being taxed also, but the informal sector is not, like stressed out.
So the stuff that's
It was from Timmy, 7804.
Already, that's a red flag. Huh?
yeah.
My number area code.
My one. As a cinematographer, ndopasando ku team yema video, good quality, munobata zvinonwisa mvura, even sound. Muri
See what you did there, man.
kujiwa mawi. But anyway, yeah. So you were saying.
So what stood out for
informal
me? I'll
sector.
tell you. Okay, so the 10% tax
Betting.
on winnings.
Yeah.
That directly affects Balco and Nash.
Do you guys bet?
No, I don't.
And then tax on fast foods, that affects you directly.
Absolutely.
Tax paid on US transactions reduced to 2% from 4%, that affects me. VAT.
So you're the one with the US.
Yo.
It's okay.
I'm just saying.
Betting in
I'm
the
just saying.
food.
And then
All right.
VAT up from 14.5 to 15%, right?
No, that affects me.
That affects your pocket heavy.
So it's amazing what 0.5% can do in terms of value-added tax.
Yeah.
In terms of bringing money into the government coffers.
Because I'm also thinking, like, when I
Sweat.
send my invoice, now I have to send with either a 40% increase because the VAT is between 20 and 40. And normally it was like a 30. Was it not a 30?
Huh?
30%, yes.
Which country?
Here.
Becky, you've been ripping people off.
I haven't. No.
It's 14.5% VAT.
Rather, maybe they've been ripping me off, not the other way around. Yes.
Or they've been taking money from you like presumptive tax. Is that what it is?
This is why we stress the importance of a good education. This is
So were you being charged 30 or were you charging people 30? Becky's fees suddenly went down.
Becky.
So if you had quoted people...
Wait, I'm still gathering strength from Nash's statement. Just
Yeah.
hold on. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
So is it a good thing to send your children to government schools or private schools?
The importance of an education.
Good education.
Just send your kids to school, okay?
Yes.
Of a good education. So Becky, your fees
so-
now have gone down.
No. They not down. So this was before I'd registered. Like I was functioning as a freelance, whatever. This was before they introduced that you can actually register as an individual for tax, right? I would be taxed. So if I bill 900, they would say visa tax because I didn't have a tax clearance.
Yes.
Right.
Saka vai visa 30%.
Right, visa
Saka
30%.
wairowa. I think they do stuff like that to presumptive tax. You are registered, Saka they will take.
So when
and
I
they'll pay.
then registered, I would just then present now my tax clearance, and then I would.
I think there's something like that.
So
Yeah.
Nash slow
Saka
down.
white 30%.
30. But
Yeah.
now it's now between 20 and 40%. But I don't know if they stated anything from what amount is it.
Yeah, it's interesting. We must, because maybe these people owe you money. We must find out what they were supposed to charge you
Maybe they owe me
to
money.
to deduct. You need to find out how much they were supposed to deduct. Maybe they're deducting more. Maybe they're deducting the correct amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So those are the notable changes in the tax regime that I mentioned. And were there anything else? Did you?
No. The ones that I noted.
Yeah,
down,
the ones
because,
that
I mean,
affect me and my people.
majority.
Me and my people.
Yes, the majority of people are going to be affected by that. But do you think people are going to slow down betting because of 10%?
Let's ask Bakwes, yeah?
Bako, how is this
Are you going to
affected you?
stop betting?
Eh? You don't? You've never?
You don't bet on yourself? You don't bet on yourself?
You know, back when Becky,
But
when we asked
Becky,
them,
do you not bet? Don't you bet
I
on
bet
yourself?
on myself.
That's
Even
it.
God bets on me at times. The same
But
way
Bako,
he bet on
God
Job.
doesn't bet on you. You don't bet on yourself.
Bagati, what are you
I
guys
like
saying?
I like that. What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking
I
about?
think you can redirect that statement that side.
I don't know.
Redirect it.
Baku is my guy.
Oh.
Baku
After
is my
school
guy.
is after school, my friend. It's
Okay.
all right. Let's
This
move.
is Becky.
Let's move. Let's move.
All right. So let's talk about the bucket seats. Somebody mentioned that there was a whole.
Yeah, there was a post on Wakabatama bucket seat with the Deputy Minister of Sport.
What do you guys think about celebrating bucket seats?
Was it celebrating or just showcasing Kuti? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Ashika.
it's celebrating.
Because listen, this is a stadium that held like amazing concerts and amazing soccer matches. And it was run down. And now they're refurbishing it and bringing it to life. So
I just think, like, bucket seats should have been there already. And it's not something that we should come out and say, and then have people holding bucket seats and saying, it's not a good look. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's good, but it's
good,
not a
but
good look. You know what I mean? So kudos
just
to the people who brought
just
the
let
bucket
the bucket
seats.
seats arrive,
Yeah,
put them in the stadium.
Take
then
pictures
show
of the
us a
stadium.
picture
I mean,
of the
that's a
stadium
better look.
with the bucket seats.
That's a better look.
That's a better look. I
That's
agree.
a better
I
look.
agree.
Bucket
Okay,
seats
got
in
you.
a stadium, and then the
Got
stadium
you.
looking all nice and colorful, whatever.
Yeah.
That would have been a nicer picture. But
I was going to ask Nash, but I don't know if he's going to behave with his response.
Please ask.
Okay, Nash, what do you think about the whole bucket seats being posted? Would you prefer the picture of the stadium with the bucket seats or what they did?
I wouldn't put it on my bucket list.
okay, maybe they could have even started from when they were arriving at the border, taking pictures. Now they've been cleared.
No.
Now they're in a truck. They're loading them.
That's tacky.
Now they're taking them
No.
down. They're offloading them.
Bucket
Now
seat.
they're fitting them.
Bucket seat. Bucket seat.
See, that's what I say.
No.
So the best look would have just been fit them in there, then call us. We take pictures, media
look at
come
the
and check it out.
progress.
Look at what we're doing. Then it looks beautiful,
So did the bucket seats fit the whole stadium or a certain
Well,
section?
they looked, because they got them from China, and our women here have bigger buttocks. So I don't know if they'll be the right size.
Cool. What about Becky? Becky can fit, right? Granny can.
Granny.
I might sit. I don't know if I'll be able to get up.
Oh, because are they like sports seats? Are they like
look-
Recaro seats?
They looked small. Yeah, they looked small. Like,
So if there's a big mama out there who loves her soccer match, Pakanani Chisleb.
I don't know.
And's very gifted.
I know.
So at this point,
our
no.
African sisters are always, you know what I mean? You'll think it's a BBL when it's natural.
You think it's a what?
BBL.
For how many of them, like percentage-wise?
In Africa or?
In Zimbabwe.
Zim?
Yeah, Timuzi.
A lot. Yeah.
But the BBLs are all over now. It's like
Of course. No. I'm not saying. We have one or two here in Zim with anima BPL. Most of them are botched. We are not going to say who, but
most of them.
no, most of them are botched. Not maybe could be mafuta angaka or something. Hey, what do
Becky,
they
how
more dimples than anything?
Becky, how much? What's like the entry level for BBL? Like,
I've never done research on
you're
it.
into beauty, stuff.
Yeah, but
Remember we spoke
like-
about this the last time.
Yeah.
no. What I was into was
Because I think now the prices have gone down, right?
Yeah, because everyone,
Turkey is doing it. I don't know
Yeah.
about South Africa,
No,
whatever.
but there are some who are doing like dodgy places. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a guy in Masasa who's doing also.
I don't know. It can't be. Whoever's going there, please. A Brazilian butt lift, BBL, typically costs between $4,000 to $10,000. But
Wait,
the
what about in
exact
Turkey?
price can vary
Give us a
depending on
price in
several
Turkey.
factors.
Becky, where did you go?
BBL GOD. That's where I went.
Okay.
Where's that in Masasa?
GOD.
I know, I'm playing.
Thank
Okay,
you.
all right.
A Brazilian butt lift in Turkey typically costs between $3,000 and $8,000. But the price can vary. The cost depends on several factors, including clinic reputation, surgeon's experience, complexity of the procedure, location of the clinic. Yeah, so if it's downtown, it would be cheaper. Then if the surgeon is like...
So like when women do it, it's like an investment, right? Like if you get it done right, it can take you places.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because they would have targeted a certain market and they say, this is my market. And this is what my market likes. So I'm going to look like what my market wants to buy. And then they go there. Very few women do BBLs for themselves, like for self.
So you're saying married women don't do BBLs?
I don't know.
I've seen one or two.
They probably did them before.
No,
Or
in the marriage.
Okay, well, so if they're doing it in the marriage.
There are all sorts of things.
Then if it's a married woman doing a BBL, she's definitely doing it for both her partner and herself. She wants to feel good. She's probably popped up a couple of kids, and her body's like, "Hey, dude."
So like, yeah, to
do
boost your
something.
confidence
Yes,
and
to
your beauty,
boost the confidence.
feel beautiful
And you know, yeah, they've been married quite a long time, and the hubby just wants to rekindle something. And they talk about these things, hey.
But I don't know how I feel about it, Nash. Like, I mean, like, you know, it's fake, right? Would you have your wife do?
It feels good. I've asked you to say anything.
No, but it's fake. It's like you've got a fake ass. Like, what do you think? Would you pay for your wife to get a fake ass?
No, but where is the fat coming from?
It depends on the type that you do.
Plus, they put those things. They put those.
Yes, that's
things.
why you get some who are botched.
What are they called?
Silicone.
Silicone. Yeah.
You get some who are botched because the silicone, one is up, one is down, or one is big, one is small. But there are some who take fat from their own body.
How much fat would you have to like really fill up
your?
your?
Plump.
So the fat one is I have no problem with that. If you're taking the fat from, let's say, I don't know.
But you have to be really fat for you to have enough fat to really lift your.
But don't they make your waist smaller?
They make your waist. So there's ones who've got like a wide waist, and then if you just slim the waist, you break. I think they break the 2 ribs at the bottom.
Shit.
I almost said her name. Lord.
Please.
What happened? What happened to good old Jim?
So they removed her ribs. So she's got like a really tiny waist, and it accentuates the hip.
Person? Do you know this person?
Yeah, you all know this person.
Like what age group?
Nash.
If I say you know,
Nash.
But no names. You know me and name dropping. We don't do that
Nash.
stuff.
Like, I mean, when you get to an extent of taking off ribs.
Because you want that tiny waist, so that it can really accentuate, and then you've got your nice wide hips and your buttock nice and round. So they do that, and then they just take excessive fat from either your thighs, flabby arms. Like they really chisel you.
So now you're rocking with this stuff?
No, I think when women do it, most of them they want to feel more comfortable because some of our sisters,
yeah,
a drum. So
so there are people who need it.
Yeah, there are people that need it. It makes them feel much better because there's nothing better than self-esteem.
Yeah. So some go the medical route, some work out until the body looks like what they want, but it takes long, and one wants to be waiting around.
The shape might not be there even if you work out, right?
The shape might not be there, but your body will be hella toned. You'll be looking like.
No, they want the shape, the little waists, the curvy.
I would prefer a toned body, because if it's nicely toned, when you put on clothes, they look nice on you. Then you get bodged, and then it's.
Yeah.
Yes, now you wear a bandage dress and we don't know where the hip is. Like, what's going on?
Do you have examples?
No. So we're saying, we're saying the bucket seats might not fit.
Yeah.
It's amazing how we come from bucket seats.
I know, right?
It's amazing.
Yeah,
All right,
it might
okay.
not suit the fuller
Yeah.
Zim woman.
All right. So there's a guy called Josh Cahill.
Yeah,
I
you saw that.
I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So
Okay, let me see.
yeah, so he's there on YouTube. He's like a German aircraft enthusiast, you know. So he's always posting. He's going all around the world to like ride in different aeroplanes and that sort of thing. So he recently came to Zimbabwe. He's been wanting to ride on our 737-200. That's Air Zimbabwe's 737-200. According to him, it's one of only 3 that are still in service all over the world, right? It's a really old plane, the Air Zimbabwe plane, 737-200. According to him, there's 3 that are still in service. 2 are in Venezuela, and 1 is in Zimbabwe.
Okay, so I just saw
Right.
it now. Africa's oldest plane.
Africa's oldest plane.
The
So,
legendary Air Zimbabwe 737.
yeah. So, how do you guys feel about us getting headlines because we have the oldest plane in the world or on the continent? In the world.
They say
Definitely it's the oldest on the continent.
Yes, you say
Definitely it's the oldest on the
Africa's-
continent. So how do we feel about our plane?
Does it
Well,
work?
this guy was really chuffed to be on the plane, actually. He was
What
really
was his
happy.
experience?
He was, no, the guy was like really ecstatic. You could see in the video that he was really enjoying himself because somebody who likes planes.
Oh, he was
right?
even in the cockpit. And
Yeah, he likes
everything.
planes, and he wasn't dissing us or anything in the actual video. He was actually just, you know, paying homage to the people who have made this plane fly for so long,
Yeah.
because they're no longer in service worldwide. So how do we feel about our national carrier plane being the oldest in Africa?
So I'll read one of the comments. As a Zimbabwean, I now feel prouder of our airline. This is very cool.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, I actually have another one also from his YouTube channel, Domenico Tafuri. He says, this sets a benchmark for aircraft maintenance. It's really an outstanding demonstration of meticulous attention to detail and operational excellence. Well done, Air Zimbabwe.
So the engineering team at that time.
At which time, it's flying right now.
Yeah, I'm saying from the moment we got it till.
It's still flying. So it
Now.
must say something about the technicians at Air Zimbabwe, I guess. Because the question was like, where do they still get the parts? Because you know, I don't think they make these parts anymore. So the question was like, how do they keep it flying? And the other question is, how safe do I feel now that I have this information? How comfortable am I going to be to fly on
Maybe
this plane?
very. But for me,
How
from the
comfortable would
video,
you be,
I was
Nash?
just chuffed this was a lady.
Yeah, it was a lady who was actually,
pilot.
the pilot.
Yeah.
How do we feel about this plane and this news?
No, let's start in a TV first of all.
No, it's an old plane, boss.
So TV and get pakati baby. We're all watching the same thing.
I don't think this one even has the TVs.
Shit.
Because it's an old plane. It's from the 60s, I think. And it's still flying. I mean, like, when you really look at the people who are maintaining it, it's actually quite remarkable when you really think about it.
Is that the one that used to go to China?
Sorry, where is
I
this
have no idea.
flying
Is it
to?
like a... Isn't that the one that they used to go to? Because Papa, he boarded it in Dar es Salaam. So it goes to Tanzania. It could be.
So it's got the big one. Though.
Yeah, it could
'Cause
be
I
the
remember
one.
a long time ago when I
No,
went
I never
there.
TV. You know.
Yeah,
I
it could
know.
be that one that used to go to England, to London, I think.
Yeah,
Because
so it's the one.
obviously,
Yeah,
it's
but
a long way, because going to Tanzania is not close.
Oh, I've used it before. I've used it. I've been on it.
But how do we feel about this? Like, when you go to Addis and you go to on ET and you see the hordes of new planes that Ethiopia has. Because Ethiopia, I think, is like the biggest in terms of fleet now.
Yeah.
It used to compete with South Africa, but now it's like way ahead. I don't know how many planes they have. They have all sorts of the new ones, Airbuses and Boeings and whatever. So, you know,
How are you feeling about
it's
it?
not a very good look for us. I mean, it's good that ESMA has managed to keep it flying for so long. It means they're doing a good job. But it would be nice if they got newer planes, right?
It would
And
be.
they started, because I heard there's talk that they want to start, to restart the route to England.
Yeah, there was. I
Because
remember we even
that
spoke about
route for
would
Air
you
Zimbabwe used
get
to be a
into
big
Air
deal.
Zimbabwe?
It used to be a big deal, that route for Air Zimbabwe, because the early people who went to England and so on, they all went on Air Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
And it was such a, it was, people were really proud of the airline because it used to really function well.
It was our airline.
So I just wish they could just give them newer planes so we don't get headlines for having the oldest plane.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But can ASM survive now with this in this new environment?
They can if they got new planes.
But when-
SAA had gone bankrupt and now it's bounced back. SAA is back. I know Zambia Airlines also went down, right? Zambia Airways back in the day. I don't know. I think, don't they have a national airline now back? Or whatever. But, you know, having a national airline used to be a big thing back in the day. But nowadays, I think it's more about just having an effective, efficient airline. And it doesn't matter if it's private or national. Because I think for some reason, private airlines operate so much more efficiently than national carriers.
Yeah.
This is what I've noticed, even from SAA and so on and all these things. But it's nice to have an airline if they can make it work. It's just unfortunate, like when you look at Air Zimbabwe, the number of people who are employed by Air Zimbabwe and the number of aeroplanes they actually have flying, it's ridiculous.
Like, how are they paying these?
You know what I mean? You have like hundreds of workers and then you only have 2 or 3 planes that are flying.
Yeah.
So it's really just people getting employed for the sake of being employed. But if it was like a private business, they would streamline the operations. There would be nobody who's doing nothing in an office. Everybody would be in charge of something, and you'd make sure that when you have 3 or 4 birds in the sky, you can't have more than 50 people or 100 at most. I don't see the reason. I don't see why you would want to have more than 100 employees.
But if you cut those 100 employees, when would you?
This is the thing. So now it's a morality thing. Are we just keeping it alive so we have people having jobs, or we're trying to be as efficient as possible?
Both. Na collabo.
You know what I mean? So yeah, so this is why I'm for private business doing these things, because they always make it work.
So yes, you're flying ASM.
Am I flying ASM? Yes, I am, for as long as it's not the 737-200. They have the Embraer smaller planes that fly to the Victoria Falls route. Also go to Johannesburg. I fly on those. But
When you go to Joburg, you fly on Air Zimbabwe.
I haven't in a long time, but I can.
But is ASM still doing job?
Because they have the Embraer.
Okay.
The Embraer, the fast jet, smaller planes, like those ones, they have.
Oh, ASM still doing job?
Yeah,
I didn't
it has
know.
Joburg. It actually has Joburg,
Because I thought
Joburg, Vic Falls.
I know the
and
Vic Falls
Kudao.
route. I didn't know they were back on Joburg.
Yeah, they're there.
Because you get people booking.
I think
with
so. Now
airplane
you're
fast
confusing me. I
jets.
think so.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Okay.
because they can't go to Dai, not go to SA. Because SA is a lucrative route.
Okay.
Yeah. So the
Lucrative
Embraer
is what?
planes, I don't know, they're supposed to have 2 Embraers. I don't know if the 2 are all operating or 1 is operating. Because I know sometimes it goes Vic Falls and then goes Bulawayo and then goes, I think, Joburg. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, right. You mentioned earlier that Air Zimbabwe was one of those planes that took people to London. To
But
the
no.
diaspora.
Ukaona ukaenda ku-England ne-Air Zimbabwe, uri veteran mu-England.
Like you are proper.
Yeah, they're proper ningrini. Vamwe vese yange yangoitika. Nashi yange yangoiti. Ukaona ukaenda ne-Air Zimbabwe, uri ku-England. Yeah, ndima OGs. You know,
The old school people.
the old school cats.
Ndo vaideport kwa fast food. Ati ndo
Akudhara unoisa deport kumhanya nditi.
I know,
Because there was no visas back in the day. You
No,
just
but
go.
vaideport.
Yeah, vaideport.
Yeah, but
It was your luck.
it
It was your luck. There was no visas.
uzongodzoka mangwana asombosati akaenda.
Oh, waingodzoka.
Sure, there were no visas, boss.
Okay, imagine.
You could just go.
And then you'd be either denied entry or.
Yeah, unongokakamira wasvika ipapo
And then they tell
wangodzorwa
you,
back.
okay, accepted or denied.
Wow.
And imagine that whole journey from here to there. Mudumbu.
Mudumbu.
And ungotomboiona England kai yakudzika ndege unotomboiona kuti ndapinda.
Team yakada varangoti asylum.
Watotiza.
Ati ano andichatombo kutendi mavani.
But have you heard of those crazy stories where, like, people would hold on to the wheel of an aeroplane just to escape?
No, there's that one guy who made it, right?
There were two
The friend died.
friends, Then
The friend died. The one made
one
it.
friend
but
died.
that's really extreme though. Yo.
Yeah, but like one of those, I'll do anything to leave this.
But I don't change your life yake mkomana.
Yeah, but eish.
But I risk.
Eish. It's eish.
Eh. Oh,
I think you won't have really thought about it, the physics of it all. Like, kuti kudenga uku there's no
pressure,
you can't
kufema.
breathe.
Oxygen
But
and
she
all
died.
of that, yes. But they were like, I'm holding on.
Because I think he collapsed or something, and then when it landed,
Akatonora.
Akatoso.
Akatonoro, and then also the lack of oxygen
Yeah.
thereof. And then he fell.
The one who died.
Yeah, the
Then
one who
the other
died.
one, the other one.
The other one
Made it.
rolled out with bruises and everything. But yeah, years and years in that place. So there was a report that you said Zim is in the top 5 of immigrants in the UK.
Yeah. So 36,000 Zimbos to UK in the 12 months up to June, right? So 36,000 of our people made it to the UK this year.
36,000.
36,000.
And
So-
this is from all the 10 provinces, eh? It's not just from Harare.
And last year it was 32,000.
32.
Yeah,
Last
so-
year was 32, this year 36.
So our people are going. I was just looking at, let me see. Yeah. So among the top 5 countries of origin, Zimbabwe now ranks alongside India. India, 240,000 people. Nigeria, 120,000 made it to the UK. Pakistan, 101,000. China, 78,000. And then us, 36,000. Yeah. They're migrating to the UK. You know. And so this makes sense from when you listen to the budget presented by the Minister of Finance. In the 9 months from January, our people in the UK, or our people abroad, let's just say abroad, not just the UK,
Not
abroad,
just the UK, okay.
they sent $1.9 billion back home
In 9 months.
in 9 months. So that's like, so, you know, they're like a big contributor to the national fiscus because 1.9 billion US. US. Now you can imagine if these people went overseas, 2 billion. I'm going to have a shortage more. 1.9 billion is a lot of money.
Sending money back home, you know that.
And they do send money.
Yeah. So
1.9 billion in 9 months.
yeah, our sisters really be sending money, and a few brothers.
It's mostly the sisters.
Of course, it's women who send money home. Guys, my humans, chichi,
Ndio wanenga chitumirwa mali. No, the dudes will be,
Popa shampoo,
dudes will be waiting
Zibora,
for
Zibora.
holiday
Chi-
to come and sort it out. Yeah, they'll be waiting. They'll
You know
come
that
and blow
Becky,
it
like,
here.
like women take care of their mothers more than men. Because yo chapiwa marina
No, but men take care of their
Yeah,
mothers.
No, we do, but the vast don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's talking about the other ones.
All right, okay.
Yes.
Okay, the others.
So you were saying it's like, Drew, give me money.
Well, for Tinya, okay, this is a tricky one.
All right.
Do you bring it up with the show, Drew, should we buy your mom stuff, or he has to bring it up himself?
No, I bring it up. And it's only because my mom is late. So Drew's mom is like,
Oh, but
Right.
I told like your mother-in-law is cool.
no, she is cool. She is cool. And also ndakasvika relationship ya Drew na moms vake itori bo, because he was like and he's the only boy, so he like really looks after his mom. The sisters are there, but Drew is like, no, me, I'll do this thing because I know the moms. So can you imagine if I stepped into the scene and then moms wasn't taken care of? So I didn't want that tag on me.
If
So,
you can't, then
As
there's
I was
nothing.
saying, Kuti, I had to be a good Murora and continue the tradition of looking after mom. So just like what you're saying, there's other men who don't do it, then there's men like you guys who actually do it. But girls, most of the time, yeah, don't want to change it on moms. I think I think they are just planting a good seed because what goes around comes around. Don't change it well. Yeah, so 1.9 billion, you think it's all the girls sending to their mothers?
80%.
80%.
That's pretty good. Okay, let's talk about the citywide demolition exercise. That's supposed to start from 5 and 6 December. So the city of Harare has been giving 48-hour notices to people who have built their houses in places where there's supposed to be recreational facilities and so on. We saw that whole thing that they did right in Belvedere where they knocked down houses. The guys are adamant they want to knock down 5,000 houses.
But they want to go after Christmas. Okay?
Ndrugo.
But 5,000 though. 5,000.
That's a lot of.
Where were they when the hey Bako? All right.
Shall I tell them?
No.
Shall I over you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
Okay, so my question is, where were they
When they were being built.
when
This
they
is
were
the
being
question that
built?
people keep asking. Right?
Yes.
And I think, we've had the mayor on the show, but for some reason he just comes off as being very overzealous when it comes to this matter, because the minister of local government has said it's not right what you're doing. People must be given lots of time. There must be considerations. But dude is like, we're going to take these houses down. So I don't know why he's so adamant in doing it and not so keen on trying to engage. And like if you say you're going to take my house down, okay, give me a bit of time to either fight you or make a plan.
No, but Danny, you are building a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to the town planner or city council and you check if the land that you are building on is legal, right?
Yeah.
You involve lawyers and everything. Or you just go to...
Not really, not most of the time, because what you have is you have a lot of developers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the developers do a deal with the town council, right?
They do a deal.
They do a deal, like they can partner the council, they get land, and then they do that whole. We will develop the land. In return, we'll give you stands or whatever.
Okay.
Okay. Rural councils and urban councils do these sort of deals.
Mm-hmm.
So if I, come across an ad in the paper saying stands are for sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go there, they've got dispensation certificates, they've got all sorts of paperwork, right? They
It's
show
ready.
me, right? And it's easy to see if a developer is legit or not, usually by just seeing where they are, how they're conducting their stuff, because you can't really just have earth-moving equipment going around a piece of land and then have no one stop you while you're doing it, and then people show up once houses are built. You understand what I'm saying? So it's very easy for you to think that stuff is legit because there's an office, land is being developed. Surely the city can see that there's the development taking place.
Exactly.
So a lot of times people might skip the whole due diligence thing because it costs money. Like if you decide you want to buy a stand from a developer, it's usually enough if the developer is credible. Like if it's like a known developer, right? And they're selling stands.
Right.
Depending on who the developer is, people are usually just okay with making their purchase. The minute you want to involve lawyers and so on, it's costly for a lot of people, right? I would never buy anything without going through the lawyers. But for a lot of people,
It's costly, so they'll skip that one.
So the moral of the story is...
If you can get a lawyer, get a lawyer.
get a lawyer.
If you can't, tough luck.
Buy from a credible developer. But now the problem is everybody seems credible. So just get some advice.
But can't you tell when
Before
you're
you
about to
buy.
be duped?
This is Becky.
I'm asking.
Becky, how many guys have lied to you before?
This is not a... This is different.
This is Becky.
And you know the thing with these developers is they actually have paperwork.
There's money involved here. There's paperwork.
They actually have bogus. Now the paperwork it was really bogus now, but they'll have shown people paperwork. We got this land, we what development this power.
But it's dubious paperwork. It's not even like proper.
Yeah, you only get to find out after you've built your nice 5-bedroom house.
So where did you buy your stand? How did you buy yours? Through who?
First of all, I think it's who you buy from. You buy from reputable estate agents, right?
Okay.
And then because my sister is with Wintertons, right?
Right.
Wintertons and
it might cost you a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it's
in
proper.
fact, let's give her an ad. So her name is Lillian Shurua.
Hi, Lillian.
Shurua, and she is the what do they call her?
Land surveyor. The what?
What's the word? That department that deals with change of ownership of houses and
why don't you just call her?
Yeah.
Why don't you just call her? She can explain to us.
Over the phone. Yeah. So she's at Wintertons, right? So if you guys are thinking of buying a property and you don't want to be duped by these land developers, call Lillian at Wintertons and she'll take care of you. And she will check to make sure everything is legit. And if there's a jet, she'll tell you. You know, I
There's a shit.
yeah. So before I got what I got, right, I seen a stand in Highlands. A very nice, I think it was like a corner stand, right? Like, and it was like an infill. Like a really nice one, right?
Right.
So this guy, this is way, way back in the day. So this guy was selling it for, I think, 60,000, right? Back in the day. And then, so the way these guys are doing it now, it looks so legit that you can easily get duped. So this guy had this stand, and then he actually had title deeds. He actually had physical title deeds. So what these people do is they'll go and they'll see a stand, probably a stand which is vacant, right? And then they've got links and they've got people, I think, at the deeds office or whatever. So they'll find out who the owner is, the legit owner. And then they'll get a copy of the actual title deeds. But what they'll do is they'll change the names in there, right? So they might change the name or keep the name, right? So they'll get the proper deed, say the house belongs to Becky. So it's got Becky's name in it, right? So all they have to do is create an ID with the bogus person's face and Becky's details. So the ID will be written Rebecca, whatever. And when you do your check even independently, it will match up because that stand actually belongs to Rebecca. But now they'll get a Rebecca, a fake Rebecca, and then create an ID. So when you go, you do your check, you do your due
Everything
diligence.
seems proper.
Yeah, you'll check it out. It's Rebecca's, and this is Rebecca, and then they'll tell you that Rebecca stays out of town. Rebecca stays in Kwekwe. She's going to come tomorrow to do the sale, and then once she comes, we must pay her because she needs to go back. There's a story. They need to make a payment in England. Someone is sick. They'll give you a story that makes sense. So now you've got a title deed. You've seen the names. You've done your own independent verification. That house really, the stand really belongs to Rebecca. All they have to do is show up with a Rebecca.
And
And then I deal with the Rebecca. And then the deal is done. So that almost happened to me. And then luckily, because I had Lillian, Lillian did the check and then said, "No, there's something suspicious about them. Let them come to the office." So we do the transaction at the office.
Right.
Office ungaone.
Did they show up?
They didn't show up because because now you have someone who knows, and now they're afraid because they're going to be asked things that you and I might not know about the industry because there's stamps and all sorts of stuff that are in these title deeds and so on. So it helps when you're buying, when you're doing these transactions where there's big money, to have somebody who knows, who has experience in the field.
So you see, Nash,
So I've just done an advert
can
for my sister.
verify
No.
before you get to.
Yeah.
No, but he knew this is a sister. Yeah, that's Auntie Lillian to us, right?
Yeah.
Kwewewe usina auntie.
So you go to
Kwewewe
a
makaenda kuma
reputed-
government school or whole family.
Because the title deed, they'll put a title deed and it
whole
looks
family.
legit. The title
Then
deed
you
looks
go
legit.
you go to a reputable real estate agent, just like what he said, to go and get someone to verify before you
Yeah.
actually buy this. I think we like Madiri static. So Farida Madiri, quick deals,
Yeah.
and then this is what happens.
Yeah.
Are we gonna call her, or is gonna be for?
No,
another time?
I think we'll do an episode. I spoke
Okay,
to her
cool.
last time. We'll do an episode about this because I think there are lots of people wanting to buying houses and they're overseas and that sort of thing. And you must have ways of maneuvering this because the thieves and the thugs are getting more and
They're
more
waiting,
advanced.
they're ready.
They're getting more and more advanced in the shit because what title did the app ne ID in a
Where's
same
Kana
name.
Usinga's Yohanda Shogo government school?
And the title did look legit. I was happy with the transaction. I was saying like I'm got no pizza. Then my sister is the one who said, "This
Wait a
is not
minute.
right. This is not right. Let's have them come to the office."
Saka shame, 5,000 houses demolished. It's a
Yeah.
shame.
Yep. So there you go, guys.
What a pity. What a pity. Choppies is closing. Nash couldn't be bothered.
Who shopped in Choppies? Like who? I mean, have you been in a Choppies?
I mean, Choppies is not really an uptown brand. I don't think you have a Choppies in Bordeaux and all these other areas.
I mean,
But they have 30 outlets.
in Harare.
So yeah, across the country. Sorry.
Shit.
So it's actually quite a big brand, and I think they're pulling out because of
And I in
the volatilities that go with running such a business in Zimbabwe. Change of currency, you have to get paid in Zig, and then you have to translate. I think it's very hectic to just run
You know those street
business.
vendors
And
who put
these
up
big
outside
businesses get
stores.
affected even
Yo,
worse.
vakabuditsa vanhu business.
You know my tuck shop because I don't
In my
want
tuck shop.
Jenny, the tuck shops are
Yeah,
just too many.
vendors just by the.
But the tuck shops are also good because they sell stuff at very cheap
Yeah,
prices.
those tax shops
And in
are the
bulk.
ones that are affecting Choppies, okay, the big resellers. Because these people are bringing in stuff duty free, and then so
You want to
they can't
hurt people
compete.
now.
No, you know, I took my uptown wife to the tuck shops.
They can't compete. I mean.
Goodomat.
She couldn't believe it.
My guy.
She couldn't believe it. But,
But what?
things can be this cheap.
Hence I took my uptown.
No, of course, she would understand.
Also, okay, by herself she wouldn't have gone
She
there.
shouldn't. She can't even understand. Kunema tuck shop with downtown one year potakawira, and you
Yeah.
can get like things that are just ridiculously cheap.
We go to the one near what's that area? Wesley. Is it Wesley?
Okay.
Warren Park.
Warren Park,
Yes.
from where you stay.
Yes.
But you can just buy by the roundabout where you stay.
No, my guy.
But it's the same thing.
No. But those people, they put crazy markups, and
But-
I'm just like, what's the point?
Just you know where
And they don't-
roundabout but big bye.
And they don't sell in bulk. So you do one.
Those are very good for you, Becky. That's okay.
For the fruits, yes.
No, my fruits are just man.
I want I got it nicely packed,
No,
fresh,
But
and
majanje
everything.
unotenga murodo.
No, majanje kaagara unogona kuti wadya hangu daro. But my ape anenge agara and all that stuff.
No.
Kukamvura kai kanosprayiwa ndikapi
No,
kai.
eat. I can't. Maybe.
Get shit.
Kamvura kai kanosprayiwa.
I don't spray. Give me that.
Kachigubu ketuli
Give it to me like
500
that.
mils.
Une problem.
You don't know what is coming
Une problem nako but kana kauti kwa fruit and veg kachibuda mumapepa yamuya. Bo. Apa
Are
kango
you comparing?
Kali kakandai
Kali-
kachi.
Imi, baba.
What's
Are
the
you-
difference?
Are you comparing
water.
fruits and veg sprinklers?
Or are you saying the fruit and veg sprinklers? Are you saying that's mineral water?
Probably.
No.
No,
This
it's
water.
bowl
Bowl
water. But
No,
kedu
it's this
keke
water.
man. Kedu keke kakaburu.
Hatisikuzothi mvura iri kubva
Una mango discriminate kama ma black businesses.
Aiwa, we're not discriminating. We're not discriminating.
Kapfefe keke.
And you described it. Pass the bottle.
Mvura ndiyokusanitizer iri tsvina. What is that for?
Not to make them look fresh. It's to make them look fresh.
But the aesthetics is good though. It looks.
No, but inini
Ukaona kanguru
unova
keke.
taimira vachibva straight from Bari or from the market or whatever, and then you get them ari proper. Yes, you get them ari. Asakarowa
But
nezuva.
all of a sudden, kune like there's a lot of grapes on the road for like $1. Why?
Because they're going bad.
My berries.
No, they're proper berries. Proper apples.
Are they local
But the
produce?
only thing now with
Yeah,
with
blueberries are
groceries now.
yeah, now grown
With the
local.
grapes,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
about the
yeah.
grapes?
Them are fake.
Grapes, I don't
Atina
know. Are
masigrapes,
grapes?
we don't do grapes here. They're all imported.
Price high, shamazi.
No, but you must have
It's a bag for the.
Yeah.
and like don't buy at night. If
And-
you're buying
and-
outside, don't buy at night.
And those are like used to be like $4 or $5, right?
Yeah.
In the supermarket. In
Yeah.
So now that's
So
also
you go
like,
outside and you get like a pack of grapes, like this is $1, sister. And you look at the grapes and they're like begging for dear life.
yeah.
Acha, they're fermented.
So you're saying we must not support our people?
No, I'm saying.
Giving you a good deal on grapes.
Pana norwara.
There's something wrong with this
No,
deal.
kupera kwenyaya yamawana. It's too good to be true. Zvavafana vanhu vane masitenda avo vari kukonyera madheni.
My tax should buy manje. Most of the stuff manje don't get any fake packaging.
You only need fake packaging.
But I mean, if kana
My heart, my rice, I zero.
Hey, because these people have found a way to reseal things.
I know a fact about the water. You know, they sell you frozen water on the road. That
Yeah.
water is from Goronga. That is
I-
non-mineral water.
I hope
'Cause,
you don't
know,
buy that water.
But it looks nice. When you're in the car and it's hot and it's burning
My
and then they got
guy,
like...
it's calling you.
Cold, ice cold.
Buy me.
yeah, so you see.
And then they go...
Aiwa.
at the,
I think you touched the nerve.
Maneru, they
Nations.
go around picking up these empty bottles and then
Yeah.
they go and repack.
Yes, and they wash them nice
and then
and
they're back
clean.
on the streets.
You saw what they did with my mask during COVID.
They were recycling masks.
Dude, you watch out there.
Yeah, my one. Pana jarwa.
Get rich or die trying.
But
At
you know,
whose cause?
but you know what? I eat chibage. I'm chakagochwa. Chibage. Denford. You know, me and him, we eat that in
So we
Zongu.
just say the
Here
heat
and
kills
there.
whatever germ is
Yeah,
there.
yeah. They stuff like that is
Okay.
fine.
All right.
Madora. Once in a
Majanje.
while, majanje. That's my heart and soul.
Chibage,
Yeah,
and Madura.
yeah. Nenzungu.
Nzungu.
Chibange chakabikwa cheche chakabhulwa. You know, it's the water is
Shit,
it's,
yeah. The boiled one is a bit tricky.
It's tricky, but
Yeah, no, the boiled one is
but
a
it
bit
also
tricky.
tastes nice though. You know what I mean? Once in a while.
I know
But
There's something about
I'll buy
Shinaya.
fresh and go and do it home.
Shinaya, there's something, it puts flavor.
especially chakabikwa cheche chingaze chabikwa kupi like eish.
The mystery. It's the
Don't know who
mystery.
did it.
It's the mystery that makes
you know what I
it.
mean? Because like, will I make it today? Will I not? You know, it makes.
You like adventure.
Yeah, no, it's adventure. Because you
Right.
know, it's 50-50. I'm gonna get sick.
Yeah, but our people are difficult to support sometimes because a shortcut.
Kona
If it-
tengesa nyama.
Oh no, Becky.
I promise
No,
you.
just go to the butchery, Becky.
No, I'm not. Hey, hold
No,
on.
Becky. Once it's buying meat. No, Jenny, do you remember those guys to come to the shop? One kokom, anima Vienna sausage,
Oh, yeah.
ne bacon. Actually, no ero ku kokom. Those type of guys, or which one? What are you talking about?
You're ratting on these niggas. Yeah, but people know them, right? City people know. Sakada, the question is like.
No, I'm talking about like
What
the roundabout guys, right? You will find everything that you need, from brooms, from chairo jai, right? Your potatoes,
Becky, where do you stay where you
Your
buy meat on the road?
groceries.
No, let's discuss this first.
No,
Where do you stay
I'm not saying
where
I buy
people
meat on
buy
the
meat
road.
on the road?
I'm saying they are people who are selling meat on the
No,
road
but-
in vans.
Mari Bekeshi.
Okay.
What was the Mari Bekeshi?
No, I've never like.
Well, last time you bought, how much did you? How much was it?
Last time you bought.
How much did you save?
The last time.
Becky, you stay in a dangerous neighborhood.
Yeah, but anyway, they will have it. They will have chicken. They will have beef. They will have mince, fish.
I've never seen
You
these
know?
people before. Becky.
No, take a drive by.
Where?
To
Which
come to
rough
your neighborhood.
Must I name drop?
No,
the
but
neighborhood?
Becky,
Banozingwa,
no,
Msadaro, but-
Becky, you know what, Becky?
Yeah,
You're working
Msadaro.
hard. You gotta like move to nicer neighborhoods.
No, it's a nice neighborhood.
No, but I don't want a neighborhood where they sell meat on the corner of the road.
It's not on the corners, on the side of the road.
Or per side.
Yes,
Okay,
per
but not
side.
per corner, but per side.
Hey, per side.
That's like a
But
big
like-
difference.
Yeah, right, Becky.
Yes, because corner looks dingy.
Oh, but per side
But
of the road.
side is where everybody else is.
Shit.
Becky,
Together
Okay.
with the groceries.
Becky, you
and
know
the
we left the
fruits.
ghetto a long time.
It's not the ghetto.
Are you still
bruh.
there where we left?
She hasn't moved an inch.
Are you where we left, Becky?
You guys.
Oh, shit, man.
Ah, Becky. You know what? I was in Sengeza 3, you was in St. Mary's, but I'm trying to think of like a bad place. Arukubi, Arukuma M, Arukubi. Kwa Ziko go. Yeah, tafara kwa kunyamtamba.
I'm in a cool neighborhood, okay?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
But
cool, baby.
No, it's pretty cool. It's far, but it's cool.
I don't know if selling, buying meat on the side of the road.
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, it's life. This is what is happening. It's there.
So you buy it, is it fresh?
I don't know.
You came up with the subject, Becky.
I'm saying what about? I was asking because you were talking about I can buy this, I can buy that.
No,
my
but you
fruits and
really
tenga.
know what they have there.
Yeah, because
I
you
wouldn't know.
see it on the way. Hey,
Okay. Maybe ask them tomorrow. On
My
the
big
new-
phone's out of Mari.
brisket.
I don't.
Give me the brisket to
I
go.
was busy. I was so tenge.
This is big, yeah.
Ah,
man. Guys, let's do a fun for Becky, okay?
Maybe chicken.
Or chicken.
Go fund me. Tomato, go fund me.
That's a go find me a Becky.
Big
Tumtengera
and
nyama
done.
from a
Big
supermarket.
and
You know what I
No,
mean?
and
Parika feeling count.
and
Becky,
Mari-
uchaka
and-
experience
and-
kana
and
zaita.
nyama yeku-
Parika feeling kana
Eji-
ukatenga
ukatenga-
fruit and veg nyama.
Wow.
Ukatenga kana
I was about to say if you're gonna buy me meat, it must be from Fruit and Veg or from Smart Mart.
No.
The
What
one
about
on Churchill.
No, what about
that's
Billy's? They're all these
Indian.
nice uptown places.
No. There's that along Churchill. There's that butchery thing in the Indian
But
butchery
that's
thing.
like that's a ghetto place though.
No, it's not.
No,
Oh,
that
dude.
place is ghetto.
Palia.
No.
Yeah,
Palia, but
yeah,
let's
yeah.
spice up.
That's
Eesh.
ghetto. That's
Do you want to spice up?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, but that's a ghetto place.
No,
Becky.
but
if
the
you're gonna
nyama there.
no, big yeah.
Yes. Yes.
But you guys must
You
go
know-
buy spices from Leah, from Farani's or guys spice up.
You know the person who sells nice
Dope-
meat is
dope
Farai.
spice.
Kwa Farai.
Kofare.
I think it's Glenor or somewhere.
Okay.
That's nice meat.
I'll take a look,
Yeah,
but
but-
it's either that.
Wamira zvako zveparoad.
Zvipa road big. Uchakwadza vana
Saka
kubva nemudumbu.
andichabvumiri kubvunza kapanapa.
No, 'cause
Andichabvumiri
no,
kubvunza because-
you're telling us what you do, Becky.
So if I ask, I'm telling you.
No, because that's what you do. As soon as we ask you things that we do.
Okay. Recording ichapera nini?
Alright. So there's a 13-year-old boy
Who did what?
from the UK who's suing his parents. I had the article somewhere. He's suing his parents for moving him from the UK and taking him to Zimbabwe, or some
How is he
funny
suing the man
dingy
in
place.
Zimbabwe? We don't do that here.
No, I know my rights.
My rights are Zimbabwe.
No, the young man I think was born in the UK.
Right.
And then the parents saw that he was now getting involved in fights and this whole gun, this whole knife gang culture that's big in the UK now.
Okay.
Let's take him, let's ship him to Africa, and then let's put him in a school in Africa.
I end up boarding school like the one I went to, and that shit is fucked up.
And that can be very traumatic, especially for someone who grew up in the UK.
Imagine if it was traumatic to us who are from here.
Imagine a youngster who was born in the UK, and then you're just shipped.
It's a culture shock, obviously.
Yeah.
Like
It's
a
actually
big
quite
shock.
traumatic.
No,
I
I'm still
think, if you
traumatized
really
from the
think
boarding
about
school. Becky, I went to a mission school.
I went to a mission school.
I mean, I know. I can
It's
tell
not
with your
bad.
English, Becky. This is big. Becky, you don't have to stress. We know. I know. You don't have to tell us.
So, Becky, what do we think about this? I mean,
He's gonna be alright.
UK rights.
Hey, one of my rights, but he's going to be okay.
I 100% support the parents.
He's going to be fine. It will be traumatic, but look how Nash turned out.
Perfect. But do you know what the problems I have? We know we discussed about beating up kids here. And you guys said, no, we shouldn't beat up the kids, talk to the kids, put them in naughty corners and all that stuff. That shit doesn't work with black people. Black kids need to get their ass whooped.
You have to balance it.
But the government
I was to Robert Chitaura.
yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm telling
So
you.
while you beat, you're talking.
No,
Roll
because
over.
trust me, if you don't beat up your kids, right, like moderately, plenty of abuse, yes, but they'll end up wild.
But now the thing is, like, kids in the UK have rights. Now, the way we beat up kids in Africa, if you do it in the UK, you can
you'll be
easily
arrested.
be
No,
behind
but
bars.
no, listen. We have sisters here and brothers in the UK who beat up their kids. No reporter, and they won't go anyway. You know what I mean? There's always an extreme case of people who have spoiled their kids before. You can't want to discipline a kid who's this age now. You know what I mean? You should have been
where
teaching
were
them from
you all along?
grassroots.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this kid managed to put the lawsuit or wants to?
No, he's suing. Because I think in the UK, because here he's saying he was shipped on the pretext that they were going for something. Like visiting or something about Africa, something like that.
Yeah, but
I had the article. It's unfortunate.
But that happens a lot.
I didn't say
Yeah.
anything.
Okay, so
And then
on his visit back to the UK or something, that's when he said, I'm going to sue. Because
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, how are you
no,
going
what
to...
I'm thinking.
Urikono.
That's a good question. I'm thinking you can easily start this whole thing if you are old enough online. You can actually contact the Home Office. You can do all sorts of things if you're old enough.
But you're 13.
Yeah, you're 13, so you're old enough, right?
No, you're
13,
not. No.
You're not.
13 is what?
Yeah, you're still a
It's,
child.
my daughter is 13, grade 7. What's
Nah,
13?
nah.
13 in your
13
what?
Form 1.
Form 1.
Eh.
Oh, Form 1, you know how to work the internet?
Yes, you know how to work the internet, but can
Maybe when you
report
do
to
your visit or
parents?
whatever, it's a good question. I have to really
Eh.
look into it. I didn't go further into it. I
Maybe
just saw it at a
16,
glance.
18, maybe.
Yeah, but
You
13,
can,
it's
like, take
amazing
life
what the
into your
youngsters
own
at
hands.
Form 1 are now. Remember, Form 1 now and Form 1 back then.
It's too different.
Technology, internet, they know their rights, these youngsters. These youngsters, these babies, they know because it's all here on the phone, on the internet. And they're sharing all this information. Because if you have a complaint, you can easily just go to Home
I
Office.
would want to see you try.
Whatever.
I discipline you and you want to report me?
So guys, look it up. I didn't check it up enough, but look it up. The youngster is suing his parents for shipping him to Africa to
Jail
get an
go.
education in
Becky,
Africa.
I'm still scared of my mom right now.
Because why?
No, because vanongo kutaura one thing, unovaluza teshima wanayo. Vanenga respect, nega fear, like
So there's both respect and fear.
Yeah.
But do you fear her more than you respect
No,
her.
I'm old now, but before I got to my one, you know,
Okay.
my mom used to just give you
By
that eye.
Bunda.
The eye.
The talking eye.
The eye you already knew that you fucked up. Mama
No, you know,
eye.
I've tried the eye, I think it's a couple of years back. It worked with Bella. On Nathan, it's like,
No, because you tried it too late, Becky.
Mama, already trying to, no, he was like, what, 6?
No, you try the eye at 1. Like, I've got a daughter now,
Oh,
right?
at 1.
I already give her the eye
Stay
right
down.
now.
Yeah,
2
what
months.
does she know? What does
Eye.
I was relaxed. In the wounds, what's wrong with your eyes? And I was like, okay, I'm not doing that again. I'll just beat. I will just beat. Yes.
Yeah.
I know one parent said, if I look at you for a long period of time, just know I don't like what you're doing. But she had to communicate with her child to tell me, ukaona ndakutarisa andisikufarira zvauri
Quote.
and then let's go where we are going. So I've never heard that talk. But if you see me look at you, I just cast the eye.
But even my wife gives me the eye.
No,
What is that?
but-
Oh, shit.
No, but you know the eye
Ah,
from
fuck.
Gujara now. Now you know.
Ah, shit.
Man, I messed up.
Ah, fuck.
I fucked up.
Yeah, but the discipline is necessary. It is important. There's a teaching that was done by, what's his name? Obey Chimuka. Achitaura about Jacob and Esau.
Who's Obey Chimuka? I mean, you said it like it's a prominent name, like we're supposed to know who Obey
Very,
Chimuka
very. You
is.
should.
Well, we don't know.
I'll
No, no.
send you a link. I'll
No,
send
but
you.
just tell us
but
who's
we're not
this
going
Obey?
there. I just went there.
What does he do? Is
What
he a
does he
pastor?
do?
What
What does
No,
he do?
he's a businessman.
Okay.
Yes, he's a businessman, but very invested in the word.
Okay,
in
no.
terms
No,
of-
we just wanted, I didn't know who
of
it was.
family and all. So
Okay.
he was talking about how
He's a good friend of yours.
yes,
Okay.
He
Same
was
church.
yes.
Okay.
Can I go on now?
Well, I'm just asking.
All right. So he was talking about how Jacob and Esau were different, but born from the same parents. One was a hunter, and one hunted from the kraal. So he's saying, if you want to raise proper sons nowadays, you need to teach them how to hunt. Don't raise wusses. Jacob was a wuss because him and his mother went and hunted from the kraal. They had no strength. They were very cunning. As opposed to Esau, who was like, no, me, I'm tough.
So this goes back to what we were discussing earlier on. Should you send your kids to government schools like the one you went to, or to private schools?
Send your kids to school.
No. Which one? Because
Send
okay,
your kids to
listen
school.
to this.
Because government might have a certain aspect to training up your child that a private school won't have.
No,
so
but
it's to your discretion.
But Becky, I went to a mission school, right?
Yes. In the mission bore.
No, listen to my point.
Mm-hmm.
Mission school, the people that I was in class with are in very prominent places.
Mm-hmm.
The people that went to these private schools, you have 1 or 2 who are in prominent places, but the most of them are on drugs, right?
Ish.
Which is like
From the private.
it's like from private school to private ward hospital. You know what I mean? Hey, my drugs. There's no choice about that
That's
one.
hectic.
You know what I mean? You just said this with the 2 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we love our children the right way? Because I'm a late father, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know, how am I going to raise my daughter to be the right person? Because sending them to these schools, these private schools are really crazy because you get some of these prominent schools with crazy
True.
age rates and all that
Yeah,
stuff. So
yeah.
what do we do now?
I think find a balance. Like if you really find a balance to it, yes, when I went to private, you're probably trying to give your child something that you didn't have, but at the same time, you know exactly what mission did to you.
But also mission
and-
traumatized me.
And how it helped. Well, take the good from mission.
I'm traumatized from the missions.
Take the good from the mission.
What did they used to do to you?
What did they do to you? Because
No, because I went to an all-boys school, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it's in Marondera, right? Bernard
Far
Mzeki
from
College, which is not far.
Your
Harare,
trauma started from going to an all-boys school, right?
All-boys school, and I'm not bad looking. I'm used to playing with girls and all that stuff. So then you take me to a all-boys school. Then it's cold in Marondera, and there is no hot water in winter, right? So guys never used to bath. I mean, didn't know smart.
so you're the only boy who
Nah,
but
I don't know. Eventually, no, but I watch it. Guess. Also, not fuck it. This is.
you're like, please leave me
The
alone.
guy, I think you need to give him a hug, man. This guy was traumatized. You had it rough, nigga.
You know what I mean?
I was ready to fight you after the pod.
No, and then also the food, the dining, right? You also went to, you know what I mean?
No. I'm sorry.
Sadza.
I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
I'm sorry. Don't include me. There.
He
Oh,
also,
wasn't included.
he only went after.
Let me tell you my story.
Yeah.
I was not traumatized at all. I went to Goromonzi High School.
Which was
Right.
which is worse than the school I went to.
Goromonzi High School was an excellent school when I went. I went way back in the day. And I'll tell you this, it was one of the best schools in the country at the time when I went, because I went a long time ago. So I'll tell you, I used to look forward to going to school.
No, because you're coming from a rough neighborhood.
No, hold on.
You're coming from St. Mary's to Goromonzi.
Hold on.
They probably had a TV at the school. You didn't have a TV at home.
Nash, I was not excited. No, I had a TV. I had Tantribo.
No. Because how do you get excited to go to a mission school?
Let me explain to you.
Do you know how fucked up your neighborhood has to be for you to get excited to go to a mission school?
First of all, it was not a mission school.
A mission school.
Goromonzi is not a mission school.
Okay, it's a what?
It's a government school. It's not a mission school.
But it's the same as...
No.
We used to go to Goromonzi for sports.
Mission school, they're my missionary. Let me explain to you.
Okay.
And I'm going to defend my school because with the time I went to Goromonzi, the school was on fire. And Goromonzi, remember back in the day you had to have 2 units. 4, 6, 8 units.
Okay.
It was basically maths and English that you had to pass. So you had to have 2 units to make it.
Okay.
And then on, what do you call that day where you go to look for a place?
That entrance test, what was?
Yes, they were everyone. The car park would be full. You know, like I don't know how many people the school takes, but the whole school would be full of.
But that's every school, even Admiral Tate or Alan Wilson.
Hold on, my brother. I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting you. I'm just talking about my
school. No,
about my school.
No, because you want to hype.
I want to tell you first of all that Goromonzi at the highest standard, you couldn't get in. You couldn't walk into Goromonzi.
Okay, so you
even with your 2 units, you couldn't.
You had to be
I had to pull some strings for me to share in Zimbabwe entrance test. 2 units up. And then I had to pull some strings, and then I had to have some people help me to do that. Once I got in, I'll tell you the food that we ate at that school.
Top
okay,
notch.
So maybe I'm from the ghetto. Let me tell you what we used to have.
Okay.
Choose the Gajaba cornflakes for breakfast.
With milk?
Yes, with milk.
Wow.
Fresh milk gave Baba Maron the nearby farm.
Right.
Fresh milk, right? That was on the Tuesday.
Let
me tell you.
I went to school in the 90s, so I used to go to Goromonzi. Right? What year was this? No, what year is this?
No, now you're telling people my age.
No, I want to know because this is definitely in the 80s.
Nash, I wouldn't lie.
This can't be in the 90s.
It's in the 90s.
No, it can't. Because I went to school 97.
It's in the 90s.
Nash, don't argue with me.
No. Do you know why?
Can Denny J say some stuff?
No, Becky, what we're not going to have is the host lying to us.
On Thursday, Monday, we would have chips.
Okay, so he's not giving
Monday
away the year, but they had cornflakes.
Monday would have chips at lunch, and they had chips and beef.
Right.
On Thursday, they pure ice cream. On Thursday afternoon, for lunch, they pure our ice cream. In the morning, on Tuesday morning, that is Tuesday, they pure cornflakes. Monday it was porridge. Wednesday it was oats. We would get oats and milk.
But the white people at the school, it was like all black.
What I'm just trying to highlight to you was schools were so good. Do you get what I'm saying?
But of course, schools were so good in the 80s.
And then Tuesday.
And the 90s.
No. And then Thursday morning, type your sausage, breakfast, Mark said. Sausage, nechingwa, nechichi. We had the life. I'm telling you, Nash, I wouldn't lie to you about shit like that. Why do I have to lie? I don't have to mark at the school.
And we got
I went to St. John's. I'm not talking about St. John's College. I'm talking about Goromonzi. We had it good my days. This was in the 90s.
Early
right?
90s, maybe. Okay.
You understand?
Early 90s,
so
late 80s.
Yeah.
1990s.
So this is why I'm saying to you, I would look forward to go to school because
Yeah, so now let me tell you my story, right?
Iwewe is rough. We had electricity. We had hot water. We even had like a cold thermal station.
So that's coming from a traumatized point of view.
So this is all. So what we're talking about is time.
Yes.
You know, things were good in Zimbabwe before.
It's the same time. Your time.
I think I take the same time because I used to go to your school.
You're younger than me. But what I'm saying is there were some schools that had it better than others. And I happened to be at Goromonzi, and Goromonzi was
better than us.
Also, maybe when I went there, the standards had dropped.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would go for sports.
Why would I lie?
Yes, because I mean, BMC and Maron and Goromonzi, it's all in the same
Why would I lie to you?
province.
None of we had it good, bro.
Because I went to
And then you would go there.
And you know, Proton Baker, I got to deliver chingwe every day because it's within the region. You know, Proton Bakers.
Of course.
We'd get bread every day delivered. We'd get milk delivered. But what was the local dairy? We had good, bro.
Becky, let me tell you how fucked up my situation was, right? Because you know I've been stylish from a long time, right? This is a fact. It's a fact, right? I've been good from a long time. They used to ask me to go to these schools because I was so well dressed. Not that I used to play the sport. Because then I my fila, my Nike, my camp. You know, my zebra.
Sean Camp, Rebo.
Yeah, Sean Camp. So I used to go, not because I used to play sport.
LA gear.
LA gear, no, but LA gear is like early 90s.
Yeah,
towards, you know, like, especially fila. And you know, Edgar's used to sell those feelers guy in Nike. So
When, what years?
remember early, like even that shop in Zimex Mall, they used to sell feelers.
Which one?
And
The-
Scapa.
Rebels.
No, like
Scapa was across the
yeah,
road.
Scapa used to sell
From
feelers.
Zimex Mall.
Yeah. So I was always good. But then, you know, I used to, it was traumatizing. Then I went to Peter House for games and watershed. I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be.
This is home.
This is home for me because, you know, I was blending. But man, mission one until
But can you stand out? Mission you were.
I was, but mission gave me the false hope. Then I realized, fuck.
Shit. It's a facade. It's a facade.
People
nigga.
here with
You were
nicer
the
shoes
champ.
than me.
You were the champ.
No.
BMC.
Then I went to Peter House. Those people were leaving their feelers on the floor. Nikes, they didn't care about that shit.
Okay.
I was like, fuck, I'm home. But,
But not like that.
but I'm not number one here.
But I'm not number one.
I'm not number one, but
Yeah,
I was
but
home.
what
So
is-
was that where the trauma came from? When you visited
No,
other
the trauma,
schools?
as soon as
Or
I
the
got
trauma
the
was-
first day, right? First day from one, I already knew I'm in a fucked up situation. I already knew. As soon as I got there, I said, this is not me. And then I tried lying to my parents, but no, please, there's bullying, there's this and that.
They were like, stop it right now.
And funny thing is, Form 1, my Form 1, first term, there was this wuss of a kid, you know what I mean? And then I spoke to him the right way, you know what I mean? Then they wrote, you should stop bullying others on my report.
And you
I should stop bullying others.
You
You
spoke to
should
him the
stop.
right way. What do you mean?
No, I spoke to him, I don't want to say I spoke to him the wrong way. You know, I spoke to him like a man, you know, and he went and reported me.
What did you say?
No, I just told
Look
him,
here, punk.
No, listen.
Look here, punk.
Operative word there was that boy was a wuss.
I spoke to him the right way.
Yes. So with the wuss, whether you speak to him like a
Bago,
man or
the sound
proper.
is bad, bro.
So you can imagine, Form 1, I'm getting home, my report says they should stop bullying others. You can,
And then you now
my
you
dad
want
is
to-
African. So you know how that story ends.
Yes.
And,
We know how the story ends.
so-
So your trauma was your parents not listening to you?
yeah, I
that
asked them
you
to
want
change.
to
Because
leave?
my parents could afford to take me anyway, you know what I mean? They really could afford to take me anyway.
Was it not a discipline thing?
That was
he needs
my,
to toughen
you know, I
up.
still talk to my mom about this, and she says because you were so naughty in primary.
So long short. Long short.
Long story, you see, big.
It was a very long story. Yeah, you guys just went on. Yeah, my school. Yeah, my school. Long short of it, give your child a balance. Private school, then during holidays, ZRP vacation school. You know what I mean?
It's not easy to get in that thing.
It's not easy because of the results that it brings out. But
Ish.
You
try
know-
it.
you know, it's
That's my mark next year. Kuti, yes, I love my kids, but I'm going to have to chop it somewhere.
I think if people are being practical about life and school for their youngsters or whatever, a lot of people who are taking people to these expensive schools, it's just social pressure. And also to do with the fact that schools have been run down. You know, like back in the day, Alex Park Primary School was a fantastic school.
Yeah.
Borrowdale School, the primary school there, fantastic school. And there were lots of schools like this. I don't know what the standards are now, so I can't really say. But I've noticed that a lot of people want to take their kids to private school because maybe there's lack of resources and so on.
Do
in the
you
schools now.
consider infrastructure when you're taking your child to school?
Yes.
Or you look at the teachers, who are the teachers? Or you look at the whole scope, infrastructure, location, the teachers, the curriculum.
Yeah, I think it's all those things combined. But obviously, the most important thing when you take people to school, children to school, there must be books, there must be working laboratories and laboratories.
Yeah, labs.
That's a big word.
Labs.
But then,
Laboratory,
then
like
also-
Dexter.
The Goromons is
Dexter's
coming out.
laboratory.
but then also you guys also want to see what I know that's also a big
That's the thing, and this is a thing. It's a very messed up thing, and I don't know. I wish we could ask Joshua Mabongo on this one. People, you know, when you tell them you're going to the school,
They normally
there's an
do it for
inferiority
relations.
complex that we have.
They do it for relations. Vanodaro, it's a pity for them. But I know most parents who send their kids to like uptown schools like Bougie, Anna Falcon, St. John's, St. George's, Peter House.
But there are no white people at St. George's.
Or the elite,
You're saying
if you scratch out white people.
Okay, they take them there for what?
For connections.
But is that what schooling is about? Is this what it has
No,
turned
it's
out
what
to be?
life is about. Iwewe right now, you can actually link up with an ex-Goromonzi student or an ex-St. John student based on the affiliation.
But that's not why we went to school. And
Yeah,
I think
at that time you went for education and
Yeah.
for growth and all of that. But now it's for connections.
Is that right, though?
I think it's right in the sense that in life you need those connections, because in real life we don't care whether, because like like I said, the school that I went to, like people used to wake up at 2 o'clock to study. Like
No.
now you're making me feel bad.
No, we were playing
You know
together
what I
during
mean?
the day, my guy.
But then
This is my
those
time
people
to
that also
study.
passed, I'm a temporary teacher, I could use it. So at times it's not really about passing. It's really in real life, it's connections.
Yeah, because I can imagine now if someone
I know I just
traces...
contradicted myself.
So we're taking people to school for connections. It's got nothing to do with school.
Paint this picture. Someone finds out where Nash's daughter is going to go to school.
Yeah.
Ndotomuendesa ikoko because ndozoti ndichadhumana naNash. Ndotaura dhiri rangu ipapo.
So it's no longer about the school.
And then I'll make sure that my child is friends nemwana waNash. Don't make her sure.
Yannick, stalker behavior.
And that's the truth.
No, but that's what's happening. Most of the kids at Falcon, all those parents are in business together somehow, or they get linked somehow. The kids are always told, communicate naye. You never know where you'll meet them. They move, they go to varsity in Australia or whatever.
So it's now a hustle.
You meet.
Schooling is now a hustle.
It's about connection. It's about connection. Ziva someone.
I thought it was about education.
No, because if my
it
daughter
comes.
comes and says, Dad, can we go with my friend to France? She's coming. The friend is definitely coming.
Look at that. We're going to France.
Definitely, the friend is coming.
I'll bring Bella to babysit. Then you'll be like, oh, can we take Bella? Oh, that'll be
Definitely coming.
Let's take the kids to school, man. Connections we do after school. Shit.
Yeah, but then also
Well.
there's the question yawavunza kuti government or private. There's the price of school fees now. The whole talk on school fees, how much it is. Indatumirwa. And I was like, wow, Jesus is Lord.
Nash,
Wonderful.
how important is primary school in terms of paying big money for your kid to go to a primary school?
So let me tell you the importance. My
What's
English
that?
and Becky's English. I went to a very good school, primary school. So that's important.
Look at you, look at Becky.
Yeah, you see now. So that alone.
Becky,
And to think
what
I was
do you
going to
have
give
to
him a
say?
hug after the show. You know what? It's after school is after school. After podcast is after podcast. Okay.
No, but I think you have to, it's tricky, because, the funny thing, right? My daughter is 2 months, right?
But you have to already start finding a place
That's,
for her.
it's ridiculous. I have to now find these schools, pumpkin pies.
2 months you don't have a school?
No, but then remember she was born there.
Anzi munotanga achiri mudumbu.
No, but we didn't know.
Tanga kutsvaga.
My wife maybe wanted to relocate. but now,
Dude, when you fertilize the egg,
I
You
but
should already know.
but
that's
You're
when you
paying
apply.
desk fee.
but I went to early learning center kusengeza 300. Early learning center. First of all, I used to walk myself to the nursery school, right? And no one used to take me there.
This dude was traumatized. from
and
a
you
young
came out
age.
all right.
You see,
And then
Vicky?
he had to continue and go out to present. I want my guys.
Nah, you're rough. You're
Early
rough.
learning center from
Let's
Denny.
let's start a GoFundMe.
But at
for
least
that
no.
I'm alright.
No.
I'm alright.
No,
He's
but,
not gonna pay his own therapy. Let's pay for
no,
it.
but listen to my story, right?
Dash is our guy.
Early learning center, Sengeza 3, right? I used to walk myself there. And it's not like close.
In the
there.
morning.
In the morning. So it'll be like a whole bunch of
man.
kids.
Just
Jango in that TSA, and no one used to steal anyone. It was just like a safe environment.
You can get
So
you
when you were like 3 or 4 chungo in the Tega crash. But look at how it turned out. We never used to ask, hey, can we find a place? These new establishments where we now have to pay $1,000 for thing. And what's really nursery school? I used to go to nursery school from 8 to 5. Now it's from 8 to 11. What is that shit?
3 hours.
Uh-huh.
3 hours. You pay big money.
You are paying 8 to 11 for your child to be in school, and then they come back and they can't spell.
At Early Learning Center,
They can't speak proper English.
I had to go the whole day. The whole day.
Oh,
And
and then you check the money that you are paying.
it was
for
maybe
those 3 hours.
equivalent, maybe it was like maybe $15 or something. Right now it'll be $15, but we came out well.
Sure. So you are now there looking for a place for your child. Pane inonzi desk fee, development levy, and then the school fees.
Yeah. No one.
What is desk fee?
Yeah, let's start there.
It doesn't matter.
The desk that the
No,
child
no,
uses.
it doesn't matter.
No.
It's the bribe. Call it what you want. Desk sounds better. You got a place. You wanna rock with us? Do you wanna rock with us or not?
I want to rock with you.
There we go.
Shit.
Give us our desk money.
Okay then.
But, eish.
So you're paying desk fee, then you pay development levy, and then you pay the school fees.
Cool. And the chikutizwe koko chiko. Kukrish.
Chirungu.
No, but you see, let me tell you, right? I want my daughter to speak Shona firstly before she starts English, because she can't be one of those uptown kids who can't speak Shona. That's stupid.
You don't like that?
It doesn't make sense to me. Then she also needs to speak other languages, like maybe Mandarin or.
Are you not on the French
Mandarin
tip?
is no.
Mandarin is big.
Mandarin.
French
Spanish.
is back in the day.
No.
Spanish also.
Mandarin
Mandarin.
and Arabic, because that's where the world is going.
Mandarin
You know
Is
what I
that
mean?
where the, and
Mandarin is
Spanish,
what's
no?
Who speaks Spanish, bro?
No,
Come on now.
I States, ke?
I know. She speaks English, guy.
I know dealing business people.
The
The
business
money
people
language is Mandarin.
is Mandarin. You have to
Oh, the
speak
money
Mandarin.
The
language.
future
Yes.
is in the east.
No, which is a fact. You need to know how to speak Mandarin.
I'll get an interpreter.
No, but when you can just learn it. You get it. Saka zvokuenda kumachikoro zvekuuptown zvazvo manesari, pumpkin patch, whatever they're called.
You see now those languages.
No, we don't want that, man. They're ripping us off, bro.
So have you singled out a school that has the subjects or the languages?
You know, I said to a
that
friend
you
of mine who is a new kid as well, like, why can't we all just gang up, right? We form our own little thing, and then we teach our kids.
That's
And
how
it-
most of these schools are formed, hey?
And it's cheaper that way.
Just register it as a,
If
as
you
a
guys want to
trust.
start a school,
I mean, shit, everybody is. How many schools are in this town now? How many private schools are in this town now? So we might as well, because it's expensive. All the schools in Bordeaux, it's like you pay 2,000, I think it's 1,800 for one, and the kid is going from 7 to 11. No. Early Learning Center, Becky, was from 8 to 5.
The whole day.
And you know, your parents...
Gave
will-
time for your parents.
You know, my parents would never even bring me. Come, you know, the one time, you know what? Fuck it. Let's end the show.
now we're ready. We got time. Tell us.
No, you've taken
Tell us.
Nash back, guys.
Tell us.
You know, because I went to my friend's house after nursery school, right?
Yeah.
They didn't even look for me. You know what I mean? So where do you think I
were
am,
like,
bruh?
"Nah, he's fine."
He's fine. He's gonna come home. But like,
So wait, would you take yourself to school and take yourself home?
yeah, because guy, it was, you know, like
Walking
Kusengeza-
distance, guys. You wouldn't need-
Kusengeza, it's like, this is back then in the 90s. It's like ready, it's clean. It's like the proper, like, nice ghettos. Not what it is now.
There were not as many bad guys.
So I have a memory of your parents taking you to school.
No, my parents used to go to work. They don't, back then in the ghetto, it was the safest place. And it was so nice because we used to go anyway. And no one would steal you.
feel
You see
spoiled all
how
of a
safe it
sudden.
was. Like you'd
Yeah.
wake up in the morning. Bottles of milk are outside by
Oh
the
yeah, I
door.
miss those days.
There was no fence.
Yeah.
The milkman would come.
we had a fence, okay.
The milkman would come. No, we had a Bordeaux Brookside set up. No fence.
No, we had a fence.
So
That's a
the
Juro.
milk would be dropped off there. 6 bottles or whatever. And then, because the milkman would come really early and then go off, whatever. There were no bad guys back in the day. I don't know who shipped them and just brought bad guys. Now you can't even blink.
Imagine, kusiya mkaka, kucheat town.
And this was the
And
milk.
no
in-
one-
Kid.
and no
and
one
this was
takes
milk
it.
in bottles.
Yeah.
Oh, a glass bottle.
Glass bottles. And then the blue cap and
Yeah.
then the other, I think it was like an orange cap. Proper.
Kodwa ngoshtanga uvuthi.
We
It's
can't
too
do
late.
that.
And then the milk van. Remember, it was like an EV.
Yeah.
It was an electric van. The nice
then
little
you- yes,
electric
and then
van.
you give them the
it was so
empties, and then they
silent.
give
It
you
was so
the-
silent. It would just be cruising on the street. EVs back in the early 90s, late 80s, whatever. Nyika yanga right.
But Becky, by then, kawangokura kuma early 90s.
I was
Wangwachova.
public in primary school.
I know since Granny Becky. No.
Serious, 91.
But the EVs back in the day, guy, I mean, it was like a half car, half battery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The tank was not like that. It was like the whole van was like half battery.
Yeah.
You know? So EVs have come a long way now, right? Like now you have compact little batteries and
so
stuff.
good
works.
luck to the parents
Oh, man, it's bad.
raising good citizens.
Yeah.
Life is not fair. So
All right. So let's take
Yeah.
you to
teach them to be tough.
Takwa America ka big itongo there.
Oh, Takwa
Last
America.
time you spoke about America for so long. I
Yeah,
was
because
like,
we didn't
what
have
you guys on.
that stuff that was happening. Today we have
So I don't know what
things.
the big deal is about Joe Biden pardoning his son.
Okay, what did
That
his
shit
son
is not
do?
even
First
rocket
of all.
science. I asked you to take a look.
I
He's
didn't
supposed to
have
be
time.
sentenced. He was supposed to be sentenced when? Later on in the month, or is it January or December? Picky.
Becky, that is the lipstick,
Becky-
for sure.
Becky,
You know
we
the
said-
disrespect. You know, like the
Picky.
older Becky gets, the more she doesn't give a fuck about the shit. She just doesn't care anymore. Hey,
Nigga, what?
yeah.
Becky, you're like, nigga, what?
Those
Bago.
Vastara, what did Hunter do?
But what was he on trial for? He's due to be sentenced and he was going to go away for a long time. And the dad said, let me pardon my son. And I don't see what the big deal is.
Right, like it's obvious, right? Like why would you not like? You'd be a bad dad if you didn't help your son.
Yeah. But I think the problem that people have is during the campaign, he said he was not going to interfere, he was going to let it go. You know, it's like politicians are not the most honest people.
But it's not a human car. You know what I mean?
How are you the president and then you're about to step down and then you let you leave your son to hang?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
You know that.
So you're saying he saved him mainly because Manoage?
Of course,
Yeah.
Becky. That's obvious.
It's
Would you
not
not save
rocket
your?
science.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science, Becky. You know?
Not that, no, he's innocent.
You know, I think if you put it into perspective, like people go to work so that they can take care of their families, right? And take care and protect their kids and do all that old stuff. Now imagine like being in a position where you can pardon your
Aye,
kids.
but his charges are hectic.
Tell us the charges, Becky.
Tax and gun charges. Tax
I don't know.
America.
But I want Becky. What is the issue? Maybe you
Yes,
didn't pay
Chunas.
this, and then you know what I mean.
Chunas,
I don't always
story.
believe what you know. Gun charge. Maybe I'm not license. You know, like.
Saka, I go to work so that I can protect and look after my children and so on. And if my child was to be in trouble and I had to resign as president, Joe Biden could easily resign. Now imagine he's president, he can actually pardon the kid and still keep his job. I mean, this is not rocket science.
Yeah, I mean, they should come to Africa.
This is not rocket science. I pardon my son, I stay as president, everything is well.
Oh.
I mean, and also these are the perks of being a president.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean let's not even.
I mean,
discuss
why are you a president if you can't pardon your favorite people? Talking about favorite people, like who else should he have pardoned?
that. Of course, R. Kelly, Kells.
I mean, one kills outside, but these crimes are a bit.
No, but how do you know they're true?
See what I'm
Well,
saying?
what
You're
if he's
going
been
to
friends?
pardon
Yeah,
Hunter.
Pardon R. Kelly.
Pardon R. Kelly.
Kills.
Yeah, Kells. We
Oh,
need Kells out.
Oh, Kells.
Yeah.
All right.
I hear you calling.
I don't know what the people will think about. I mean, the fact that he's accused of.
No.
I mean, it's a bit tricky. I mean, you know, I like R. Kelly, but I'm
So
not gonna
you-
come out and say it.
So what? You don't.
Okay,
You,
so they're saying in June he became the first child of a sitting U.S. president to be criminally convicted in a case relating to his gun ownership. He was found guilty by the jury in Delaware of 3 charges of lying about his drug use on a form when buying a handgun.
yeah, but
Who's gonna tell the truth
Yeah,
when you need a gun?
Becky. That's nothing.
He was
man.
also awaiting sentencing after pleading guilty in September in a federal tax case that centered on whether he paid enough tax.
I told you, bro. This is that
The
bubble
9
gum
charge,
crap.
he had 9 charges, included failure to file and pay his taxes, tax evasion, and filing a false return.
Becky.
But how many people do this in America?
This is bubble gum. You know
So-
what I mean?
no, but so what was the real?
No, what I'm saying is like you see, like this, right? If you come to Africa, you know, the boys are doing bigger things than this.
This is small stuff.
This is small. This is small.
Kiddie stuff.
What
This
is
is-
tax for?
Come on, small, man.
Handgun wagging. Yeah, but I'm not on drugs. Snip, snip.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dreaming.
That's a good one.
But they made such a fuss about it.
Small, man. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that the story is because during the campaign he said he was not going to interfere. But which politician tells the truth
Yeah.
during
No.
campaign season?
No, besides our politicians, they tell the truth. Okay, quick one, because I've got a question. Would you rather have, this is very controversial, would you rather have a homosexual son or a whore of a daughter?
Can we just stop the show right now?
No, I just want to know, before we go, like,
None.
no, you have to pick one.
No. I'll kill them.
No, but you have to pick one. A homosexual son or a whore of a daughter. That is going to go to Mawana.
Eesh, no, that's.
No comment.
So Becky, you're killing all of them.
Drowning them.
Denford.
No comment. I got nothing.
And you?
I wouldn't want any of the two.
Yeah, but he's saying you have to pick one.
That's
And
what
I'm
I.
like,
That's
so I'll
my
just
answer.
drown.
That's my answer, guys.
Both of them.
Eish, you guys are eish.
We're rough.
Yeah, I'm one.
And finally,
No, but did he answer? What?
No, I'm not answering. I just asked the question.
It's
you
your
were just
question.
throwing
Yeah.
it there. Oh, okay, it's fine.
all right. So it turns
Finally.
out Drake really is not one of us.
Of course. He's light skinned, bro. Come on now.
No, we don't roll with light skinned niggas.
He's not like us.
It's a good one.
Okay.
But when do we start trusting?
Do I know a light skinned guy?
No, we don't. Light skinned guys are just not like us. You know what I mean? They don't get it.
So you don't have a light skinned friend?
No. My best friend is light skinned.
But they're not like us.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, nah.
No. We have
So you've listened to the people who've been talking about this. It obviously makes sense somewhere, but I'm not getting it. Why would you, get beat in a what do you call it?
No, red beef.
In a red beef,
yeah.
and then sue.
No, but the whole story with Drake is deeper. You see, like it's deeper, right? So apparently Drake got a $400 million deal before. Now he wants to come out of the deal. So the only way he can come out of the deal is if he sues these people. So I think he found a very good opportunity to come out of the deal. Because Lucien Granger, I think that's his name, that was like his sugar daddy, right? So to sue the same Badayago is like, you know what I mean? So apparently he's trying to come out of that deal.
So put it on the chest because it
No,
doesn't
no.
make sense.
No, like,
in terms of street cred, it doesn't look nice.
But street cred and 400 million, what are you picking? And
Yeah.
and Drake is light skinned, so what street cred is he gonna get?
Light skinned niggas don't have street cred, right?
Oh, tell me 5 hardcore light skinned niggas.
Oh, hardcore.
Like,
just light
give me
skin.
5, or besides Obama. And this Baltazar guy.
Also, those are the two.
Yeah, those are the two. The rest, and Remo, of course. And Remo, let's put Remo there. Remo is light skinned.
So there's a catch.
Yeah, there's always a catch. Like,
So how do you get hit in a rap beef and then you come and then you sue? He's on to something.
yeah, I mean, remember these guys are really like the way they think and the way we think. Once you get to that, like I think the levels of wealth that they have, they've got like good advisors and this
Yeah,
and that.
because how do you sue the person who pays your bills?
That's what I'm saying.
This is what I'm trying to get. Like,
Begi.
look at
Don't
Diddy.
bite the hand
Diddy
that
Agasu
feeds
Ambada,
you.
look
You
at
see?
Diddy.
Don't bite the hand that
No,
feeds.
but I see good Begi.
I see you
I was not doing
like,
about
don't
it.
play there. Don't play there. But he went and messed around, and now he's
So
about to
that's
find out.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Shame Soragi. Like skin dramas.
Right, and also I think the other people who are not very happy with Trump being re-elected is TikTok.
Or
The
TikTok
ever-
goes.
Because remember, he wanted TikTok to sell. Remember when
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
yeah,
in
yeah,
office, he
yeah.
wanted them to sell. He said,
Was he
all
the
the
one who
information.
started with the whole?
yes.
Oh.
So TikTok is in trouble. I'm sure they're like, shit. So he's obviously going to he's obviously going to force them to sell to an American company or something. So I think it also depends on how much business they're getting from America and if they're willing to let it go. Or also the TikTok people also had their own campaign of trying to stop the government from, putting TikTok in a corner. Because TikTok is very popular in America.
Very
I
popular.
mean, it's popular here.
It is.
It's popular worldwide.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is like, the question is like, how much business do they get from America? If America gives them headaches, can they just pack up and leave and say,
Well, you can't.
You
They
can't.
That's the biggest market in the world. One on TikTok, you want to go Australia.
but what I'm saying is, if you're, all right, okay, Nash, I get it, but so what are you saying? Are you saying they're going to sell if they're forced to sell?
Well, I mean-
if Trump says sell,
Well, I
they
mean,
gonna sell?
I wouldn't know, but I know that America is probably the biggest market. So
no, their biggest market is China, But China, they have another version of TikTok.
China
So
has
TikTok
the proper.
TikTok is like the international version.
So, but you answered yourself. TikTok. We're talking about TikTok.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, say there are 115 or 120, something like that, million Americans who are active on TikTok. And in total, how many people are on TikTok?
No, but
The question then is like, does one country, of course it's the biggest market, is it enough for them to sell because of that one market?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Shit.
From a business perspective, because once you sell, you can't do the business anymore. Would you rather have your cake getting smaller and still stay in business, or sell because of your biggest buyer is saying sell?
Yeah.
TikTok Australia is pretty cool. You should actually.
No. There's nothing happening there.
Yeah. So it will be interesting to see what Trump, because he's going to pick it up.
No, I'm not saying Australia is whack. It's a very nice place. But I'm just saying,
That brings me to that story where I said Bindura and then you sent me a message. You know how I said Nash was in Bindura in America?
Like the place.
Yeah, my brother sent me a message and said,
He was touched.
What did he say?
He was touched.
But why is
"Oh wait, let me play it. Let me play it."
Because I said Nash was in Bindura in America. He wasn't in New York or one of the
Then it came to
big places.
it came to wait. Let me see if I can play this.
Sei kuti miss mia varisiona nandikutudza Denny kuti zvake zvoda kuti taunge tiri kubhindura kuno malevels akasiyana over mundaramo kuti bhindura yekwenyekuoneka nekunowa totally different chaizvo kuti ngari kuda kuti tisopa mastandards akadaro yawana munzira zvasiyana kedu kuno tine AC atite zvimafenda ari kurira mumashura ayo.
Okay, all right. Okay, I see you, my nigga. I see you.
Same for you.
I see you. Hey, I don't know Bindura.
Fan, aircon.
AC.
Irigurira kumashu.
Kodesh, gadi tumiroga aircon units.
I mean, I told you.
How is that being heard?
In the background.
Bako promised us it wasn't.
Guys in America. On outside kuti ari kubhindura imimi muri kublow my fan. 2024. 2024.
How do we have a fan in the studio
2024
when we know people who are,
Should we call him out? Where my aircon? I'm gonna just try aircon.
people like George Pro Air should hook us up. or something.
Lolo
Jololo.
Lolo na tukusaizi wane vanhu vari kubhindura kuAmerica zvanzi mimi mune mafan isitire aircon.
Shit.
Shit, man, my bad, bro. My bad. My bad.
Like chill.
Wildness.
So this has been the Denny J Show.
It's
Copa
been real.
merchandise, www.boysthetoners.com.
On the merchandise, there was a comment I saw. And who is selling the merchandise? We don't go to merchandise.
Becky
I don't
K.
think. It's not Becky K.
Priscilla. We'll put the number on the screen. Baku, can you put the number on the screen so they can contact them directly? And then I think what we need to do is we need to get those biker boys. So like if somebody wants something, the biker boys will bring it. I think they charge like what? How much? $5, $3?
But I have a guy in Kadoma Ruda Forge, my capish.
Yeah. Oh, let's give it to them. Yeah. And you guys must really take care of us because we've said this many times, Nash. Like people don't understand. Like we don't, because our show is a proper podcast. You know, and I say proper podcast because that has meaning. You know, like when you look at shows like us, the ones that are doing it the way we are doing it are very few, right? Because we do a lot of swearing on the show. We do a lot of regular stuff. We are ourselves on the show, and for a reason. A lot of people have tried to come on board, and then they've given us conditions. We must stop saying this, or must talk in this way. And me and Ash were like, fuck it.
Yeah, because I mean, listen.
Because we do it for fun,
This
right?
is for fun, Becky.
We're not. You know, a lot of people when they do what we do, they do it because they want to attract sponsors. They want to do this, so they gotta be clean. But once we're clean,
Then
So you don't want to be clean?
no. We do this for fun.
No.
No, remember we make
know?
money elsewhere, not
yeah,
here. This
you
is
know.
fun.
So
right?
this podcast must pay for itself. This is why all our loyal people must buy our merchandise and buy everything that has to do with the podcast to keep the podcast going. Because we're not going to bow down to corporate demands to stop swearing. Because if we stop swearing, what's Nash going to say?
Nothing. Nothing
Nash
at
will
all.
be quiet.
I mean, 1 out of every 6 words he says is a swear word.
And
So-
today, I was like, so did he forget about his family members that are watching? Do you know how many times he said F it today? I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, no. I apologize to my family.
No, you apologize.
You know what I mean? So
But we can't be controlled, Becky.
I don't know about that.
No,
Corporates,
'cause-
Bye-bye.
no.
corporates, I don't know about. I don't know.
I wasn't there. I wasn't. on
Okay,
the
I'm
show
sorry.
when
I
it was
apologize. I'm
mentioned.
sorry.
I'm going to be instructed to remove that part.
Yes.
Okay,
You
I'm
know what I
sorry.
mean?
I'm sorry. I
So,
apologize.
so what I'm saying, what we're saying is, we
Or
don't,
maybe don't
we don't.
Just do it, please.
What we're saying is we are not going to bow down and change the content to suit a certain narrative, because then the content is no longer original. You understand? Because for us, doing this is a lot of fun. We do it because we love doing this, and if people are going to come on board, they have to come on board as we are. And once you change us, then you've changed the product, and then this is not what we set out to do. It then becomes work,
Then it becomes
and
like
it's no longer
showpiece.
fun.
Then we have to sell.
Because we don't want to go to work when we do the podcast. We want to go
Yeah.
and chill.
No, but why can't we like sell alcohol, like things like weed, condoms?
I don't know about weed.
I mean, but cigarettes. You know, like
Alright.
let's.
I'm getting it. Yeah, but
Let's-
what I'm saying is like all these things. Yeah, it's exactly like the problem that Matt G and them had, because they're a lot like us.
Yeah.
You know, we want the freedom to be able to say the F word. We want the freedom to say whatever we feel like saying, because there's a market for that, and it makes us different, because everybody's going to be clean, and then we're going to have a whole lot of clean shows. And when shows are so clean, they're more like TV shows and less like podcasts,
Yeah,
right? It's like people have TV shows, and the TV shows are on YouTube. But when you look at real podcasts, there's a lot of freedom. There's a lot of freedom of expression. There's a lot of, and it's so real and natural and genuine, right? So we like to keep it that way. So
It's definitely not my Chisamba, so it's okay.
Ah,
No,
you've
that's
done
like
very well.
no. My Chisamba is like family-friendly show.
She's a bad.
we actually need her on the
Yeah,
show.
we need her on the show. We need
need
to
her on
find
the
out
show.
how
We
many
need to-
guys have hit on her.
You should come through and tell
No,
me
good.
those
How many
stories.
people vanhu vanganovaida kukudya moms?
And will you ask it like that?
I'll say in a nice way, like
I think what we need to do is we need to get moms with one watch my episodes, so that when certain stuff pops up, you'll be like, oh, I remember you guys. Okay, you are the crazy guys, but I like you. You
because
guys are
big
alright.
out there are people who have fetishes for older women like that age. My mom's there, but now mom's do that about my wine biggie.
What? Yeah.
And my mom's do.
So you want to find out who's been in your DM?
Yeah, not my DM, one my text.
My close it, Denny. Close it.
I don't know. It's
Stop
the Denny J show,
recording.
guys.
Danny J Show. Zvanga zviri downtown uptown aitidzwe nyaya dzacho dzese narrative ndaichidwe kana muchida kutipisa deep ndaipidwe